Set for football now at AT&T Stadium. Brandon Aubrey has the honors, and we are underway here in Arlington. And they will elect to not bring this one out as our first drive will begin at the 25. They'll start the drive here with Pacheco. That's to about the 28. Second down coming up.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
Mahomes now to throw. They'll roll him out right. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. Give him 7 on the tuck and run, and it'll get him a new set of downs.
Well, that's a nice job right there. He's looking downfield, but with no one open, he takes off and tries to run for it. He gets to the sidelines and gets out of bounds with a first down.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Throwing now is Mahomes. He'll check this one down to Pacheco. They'll wind up getting just a yard out of it, and that'll bring up second down.
Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. The linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in covering. What a nice play he made there in the open field.
Snap coming at 1, and it's Mahomes. And he will go down. A Cowboy sack. Gonna need better protection here. 3rd and long following the sack from Mahomes and company. In motion left, Hardman. On 3rd and long, it's Mahomes. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
They're bringing a lot of pressure here already in the first quarter. Already sacked him once. Now they get in there and knock another one away. You think maybe that tuck rule being gone makes defenses a lot bolder?
Yes, indeed. That time lucky that the arm was going forward. Incomplete pass. On is the punter Townsend as he gets this one away. This is taken at the 23. 45 yards, that's what the punt goes for. 5 on the return. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. So Prescott and the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10, just shy of the 30. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Flush to his right. And they're not able to hook up there. Incomplete.
Well, he certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
2nd and 10. Now it's a bootleg with Prescott. And he's going to be brought down here in the backfield. George Karlaftis. It'll go as a loss of about 8 as he gets in there to drop him.
All right, partner, I'm going to be Captain Obvious right here. Not the start you're looking for offensively, right? Incomplete pass, followed by a sack.
And when he went down, it looked like that right ankle got turned, but thankfully he popped up okay, and they breathed a sigh of relief on that sideline. They'll need a big play here, will Dak and the Cowboys. After the sack, it's 3rd and long. Now here's a defensive timeout called by the Chiefs. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. So a tough situation to overcome here. 3rd and 17. Here's Prescott. And incomplete on the deep ball.
And we're going to see this offense try and spread the field a little bit and utilize the outside third of the field, especially against man coverage. But that time, the defense was up to the task, forcing the incompletion.
And the Cowboys going to bring on Brian Anger to punt on 4th down. Here's Hardman to return. An 8-yard return there after a punt of 47. And it's Chiefs football, 1st and 10. 37-yard line. KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. Over on the sideline, hoping to hit that reset button between possessions. Last time out, they had to punt it away. This time, hoping to finish this thing off in the end zone. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
From the 42-yard line, here's 2nd down and 5. Again, it's Pacheco. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Chiefs 1st down.
And that's a run that'll energize an offensive line. They'll take that one all day long. Fundamental breakdown by the defense. You've got to be able to make plays on the edge.
So they go from one 42-yard line to the other as they come up now 1st and 10. Pacheco gets it and tries the left side. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up.
Absolutely love the effort there. The ability to flow from his inside spot and stop that one at the line of scrimmage. Nice linebacker play.
Now a 2nd and 10. They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw. And the Cowboys' pressure gets there this time for the sack. Multiple players getting home there, and it's a loss of 2 on the sack.
Tremendous read and reaction by the defensive tackle, and frankly, partner, it's not that often the DTs have that type of easy access back to the quarterback. Never bought the play-action fade.
Throwing is Mahomes on 3rd. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. And the Cowboys are going to get the football here at their own 40-yard line. That throw, Charles, over the middle of the field, and a few too many bodies in there got picked.
That's a normal situation, too, isn't it? No matter how hard you try and spread the field sometimes, there's always going to be a traffic jam, it feels like, towards the middle. And if there's any type of a missed throw, or maybe the ball's tipped, or just too many bodies in the area, an interception can result.
And showcasing those strong legs on that run, getting through 1 tackle. Now she winds up getting 8 there. We're scoreless after 1. Start of the 2nd quarter, and it's the Cowboys in possession as they've got it with a 2nd down and 2 coming up. Looking to throw. Prescott. That's dumped off to Pollard. So he'll be stopped here for no gain. And now 2 yards to go on 3rd down.
Makes it 3rd and 2.
Prescott. Now they go screen. It's complete. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. Give him 18 on that one, and it's a Dallas 1st down.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time.
Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice gain like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
They've given him some different looks here defensively in the early going. He's only hit 2 of his first 5 passes. With a big 3rd down coming up, he's hoping he's got a play dialed up that can take advantage of whatever the defense throws at him.
They need to get this to the 24 on 3rd down. Out of the gun to give to Pollard. And he's going to get the 1st down as they bring him down at the 23. It's a 7-yard gain and good enough to move the chains. Well, they gave themselves options there on the 3rd down play and were able to convert on that RPO.
Shows a lot of trust with the guy taking the snap, doesn't it? Because you're counting on him to make the right reads and give the ball where it's supposed to go. And he did on that play.
On 1st and 10, Prescott. And that'll be incomplete.
This could be the start of a nice stand from this defense now after getting walked backwards on this drive. Come through with another one here, and you have them staring at a 3rd and long, and that puts the defense in a position to dictate to the offense.
Once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10. Prescott now. Pass to Tony Pollard out of the backfield. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1.
The defense was ready for the back to leak out and even had a second player waiting to double him up. If you're going to commit to doubling a back, you better prevent a completion, but give him credit. Extra determination, extra effort, turn it into a successful play.
And that one going nowhere from the start as he's met in the backfield and goes backwards. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1.
Just a simple run play there on 3rd and 1, but this D was up to the challenge and stopped him, bringing up 4th down.
So on 4th down, Prescott off, and on is Aubrey for the Cowboy field goal. This just 32 yards officially from the right hash. And his kick is right there. It's good, and the Cowboys are going to jump out to a 3-0 lead. So, Charles, they get to them with their first turnover of the game and then make it hurt a little bit extra with a field goal.
And anytime you give the ball up, what's the first thing a coach tells his defense? Don't let them score off of this. You've got to put out the fire. In fact, in 2021, that's what one NFL coach termed his defense. The firemen. Go out there, guys, and don't let them put some points on the board.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And we'll see if they can bounce back from that last drive. In particular, if they can bounce back at the quarterback position, Charles, after throwing their first interception of the ball game.
Yeah, and some guys, you know they're going to want to try and get a big play right away and take control back. Others, they're going to want to look to hit a couple shorter passes, get a little momentum back that way.
But for the defense, that goal's not changing a bit. They want another pick.
You're exactly right about that. In fact, you've got to watch them a little bit because in coverage, they may cut down their gaps a little bit, maybe their splits a little bit in order to try and get to the ball even faster.
Pacheco gets it again on 2nd down. And he's going to get this all the way down to the Cowboys' 32-yard line. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Working from the gun, Mahomes. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
The defender certainly didn't forget about him leaking out of the backfield. There was a guy ready and waiting to pick him up in coverage, and that throw had no shot.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from about the 32. To throw, it's Mahomes. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down.
He He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. And the Cowboys are going to take over a couple of yards shy of midfield. Second straight drive now here, Charles, that have ended with an interception.
And I just wonder, because I don't think it's going to rattle him necessarily, but I also wonder if it's going to nerve him a little bit. Does it lead to another one, or does he find a way to pull it together and become sharp again?
The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. They start near midfield following the interception as they begin 1st and 10. Following the interception, here's Prescott. Looking left side of his got a man. That's Ferguson. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
1st and 10 at the 38-yard line.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Now Prescott. Well, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete.
No receivers open downfield, so instead of forcing the ball to the sideline, he's going to throw this one down to Fort Worth. He'd rather have the incompletion than the turnover.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Play fake. Here's Prescott. Throwing quickly there, but it's incomplete.
Feels like they're getting caught in between here because they had incompletions on 1st and 2nd down. Now you got to worry a little bit about the clock because you prefer not to give them another shot here in the first half. But if you don't pick up the first down, guess what? You're likely going to have to.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Now Prescott. He's going to get that to his running back out of the backfield. And he'll be brought down with a first down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 21. A sizable 16-yard chunk there. The drive continues.
1st and 10 at the 21-yard line.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Prescott yet again. And he's going to go down. Back at the 27-yard line. He's sacked. Now a second timeout called for by the defense as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. To throw is Prescott. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. The Chiefs quickly now going to use the last of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 45 seconds to go in the first half. Seventh play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. Throwing, Prescott. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
And based on my math, they've only converted one time thus far in this game, so you can see the frustration starting to come out a little bit. 3rd downs, they've been a problem for them all game. They've got to start becoming solutions.
And his kick is good. And they're able to double their lead just before half. It's 6-0. They already had the early lead, and they get the interception, Charles, and now they add 3 more with the field goal.
Yeah, they're in control of how this game is playing out so far. You mentioned the early lead. Now they're expanding on it, getting plays on both sides of the ball. A winning recipe if they can keep this up.
The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. And with them trailing, there is still enough time to try to string a few plays together, maybe get into field goal range. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he's out of bounds, able to take this one up to the 35. It'll be a gain of 10 to start the drive out by a few inches. That'll be a first down.
Any questions of how they'd approach this drive were answered right there. They come out throwing, and they get a nice pickup here toward the end of the first half.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now Mahomes. Quick hitter here, it's complete. They work now on 2nd and 9. They'll come up now 3rd and 9. The Cowboys going to use their 2nd timeout now as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1. 3rd and 9 here. Motion man right is Rice. Now here's Mahomes. And that is incomplete. Down to 15 seconds left.
Well, first down here, and that's all, folks. Good work by this defense to hold things in check and force a punting situation.
On 4th down, Tommy Townsend to punt for Kansas City. 46 on his first kick. This one in that neighborhood as well. And this will pin him nicely inside the 20 as it's out of bounds at about the 14-yard line.
14-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And with 8 seconds on the clock, really not a lot of time to try to put anything together. And they'll be stopped at the 28 on a play that started at the 14. They pick up 14. And unless this is a quick incompletion, this is likely the last play here of this first half. Final play of the half, Prescott. And he's going to go down. Couldn't get a throw off with the pressure. Maybe that was for the best, as that brings us to the end of this first half of play. So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3.
Harrison Butker at kickoff for Kansas City.
The Cowboys will get the football first here, and they have the lead as well as we are underway in quarter 3. And he'll be stopped up at the 25.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. And they've got the lead. CD, what do you think the message was at halftime?
I don't think the message was too drastic, I think, at the half, or that they need to change things too much. I do think the offensive line could play a little bit better, and I think they'll try and help them out more. They'll probably keep a tight end in a few more times and maybe add a running back to the formation to pick up those pass rushers, because they probably allowed a few too many sacks for comfort in the first half.
A good run there on first down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2.
At the 33-yard line.
That's caught out wide by Cooks. And he's stopped after a gain of 1. Not enough. Still a yard to go on 3rd down.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Defense was thinking run, and they're dealt a pass of just under 20 yards.
You don't always expect tight ends to be big in terms of run after the catch, but after that play, he joins a growing band of players that's putting that stereotype right on its ear.
So now 1st and 10 in Chiefs territory at the 48-yard line. They'll go with Pollard here on first down. Dancing away at the 30. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. 53 yards rushing for him now and just 6 carries to this point.
That's a nice run right there, able to get to the outside, and so many times defenses say, okay, we got you hemmed in. But if you're running the football, at least you know where everyone is coming from. You don't have to worry about the backside at all. That allows you to run with a little bit more confidence as you traverse down the field.
And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target, and he's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did.
Prescott to throw it. That is caught. And he will have a Cowboys first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
3rd and 4 is always a tough call. Maybe a little too long to run for it, but not too long to hit him on the quick slant. And that was well executed. Found the window and zipped it right in there.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. Here's Prescott. Here's a screen now for Pollard. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. 7 yards there on the first down screen play.
Good call there on first down. And Brandon, I'm getting better over the years and not screaming out, screen, screen, screen with my defensive trading. They want to keep those pass rushers honest, and they did so there, and they wind up picking up positive yardage.
And that is incomplete here. That was a lightning-fast incompletion. He got it, he threw it, and it fell to the ground.
What's that expression, life comes at you fast? In this case, the defenders came even faster. Incomplete.
So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. They run straight ahead here with Pollard. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Tony Pollard, a 6-yard touchdown run. And the Cowboys take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Prescott, they're going to throw for it. That is caught. He's got it. And the lead will move to 14-0. That right there makes up for that missed extra point they had after the first score.
Yeah, they went ahead and got back to level by going for 2 and having the normal amount of points, so that works out pretty well for them. And if you're the kicker, don't worry about it too much. Now they got back to where they want to be, they'll try it out there for the next one.
So after the touchdown, Aubrey now to kick this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And their deficit a little wider than it was at halftime. Does that touchdown a minute ago change the thinking here at all?
I think it does, at least a little bit, because now urgency has to start setting in. You can't go out there and go 3 and out and run the risk of falling behind substantially, but you have to do it without pressing, because pressing, that'll lead you into bigger errors.
Now Mahomes throwing on second down. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. 36 yards on the play.
That's the kind of play this offense desperately needed. They've got to be saying, our defense has kept us in the ball game. We're down, but we're certainly not out. And maybe that was the spark that they've been searching for.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Mahomes now to throw. And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. Picked up by Trayvon Diggs. And the Cowboys are going to have it here at their own 9-yard line. The thing's just kind of continuing to unravel for them here in the second half. They take the shot downfield, but this defense, once again, up to the task.
Well, this is where you think about the old phrase, desperate times call for desperate measures, because they've got nothing on the scoreboard, and they're just trying to get something, anything to go their way. But in this case, they turn the ball over.
So the completion good for 6 yards, and it'll be second down.
When you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice gain.
A gain of 2 brings up 3rd and 2.
And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the 3rd quarter has come to a close. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Cowboys on 3rd down. 6 conversions and 9 tries. They've done a great job of picking these up. Here it's 3rd and 2. Here's Prescott. Able to find the open man. That's complete. Across midfield. He's on his way. Brandon Cooks. Touchdown, Cowboys. Brandon Cooks. 82 yards. And the Cowboys have pretty well put it away here in the 4th quarter. He's got them out now to a 3-score lead here in the 4th quarter after that one, CD. And well, he looked right off the line like he knew that that ball was coming his way, and he secured it for 6 points.
Yeah, and I think when you're leading by a healthy margin already, it actually loosens you up and allows you to take maybe a few more chances and definitely play with more confidence, because he certainly saw something he could exploit in the defense, and he made sure to let his quarterback know, just get it to me. And the rest was all up to him, and he delivered and made it a 3-score game.
The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. Well, it's been a struggle so far for this offense, Charles. It's not only that they haven't been able to put the points up, but really stringing yards together has been a real issue for them in this one.
I'm so glad you brought up the yardage because I was thinking to myself, we've seen a lot of NFL games and we've seen our share of lopsided contests, but in almost all of them, both offenses have put up at least 200 yards in a game, but not in this one. This has been a display of offense that, frankly, I think the two of us have watched from behind our hands, trying to spread our fingers wide enough to actually see the result.
In motion left, Hardman. Mahomes now on first down. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
Even with such a big lead late, the effort hasn't lapsed one bit. If the offense wants to score some points in this one, they're going to have to earn it. These guys are not giving up anything.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Now they'll bring Tony in motion left. Mahomes to throw on 2nd down. And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
So now 3rd and 10. They had the big play to start the drive, but 2 incompletions since. They'll bring a receiver in motion left. Throwing is Mahomes on 3rd. Taking a deep shot here for Hardman. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by Trayvon Diggs. And the Cowboys are going to have the football here at their own 18-yard line. Another solid game-changing play for this defense for the interception. At this point, though, I don't know that it's game-changing. I mean, they've got this one in firm control.
And you always hear about, you know, those stories about someone left their game plan behind and maybe you benefit from it. I'm not going to say that that happened, but they certainly have appeared on defense to be a step ahead this entire game. Guys are always in the right spot in order to make a play.
The offense has had its moments, too. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down. So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. Here's Pollard again. And a short gain across the 15 to the 17-yard line. 3 yards is the pickup, but it leaves them still needing 11 here on 3rd down.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Now on 3rd down, that pass knocked down in the backfield and incomplete. Well, 4th quarter with a 3-score lead here, Charles, but they're still going back to the air and looking for more points.
Well, with this game well in hand, it's an opportunity for the guys to come off the bench and get a chance to play. And a lot of coaches, they want to run their full playbook no matter who's on the field.
Hardman on the return. A big kick that time, 52 yards. And they will take over 1st and 10.
1st and 10 at their own 37-yard line.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. At this point, partner, things looking pretty bleak. They still haven't scored here in the 4th quarter, facing the big deficit. What silver linings, what can they look to do here offensively?
You know, it's funny. I talked about this with a coach in the offseason and kind of had this scenario, like what feels good to you and what feels good to your team. You're down big. You really have like 1 possession left, and you're trying to put points on the board that don't matter. But do they? And he told me they actually do matter. And in this situation, he's going to try and run the best offense he can run, have at least a little bit of confidence to take away from that game. So right now, they're going to try their best to get something up on the board and not get shut out.
They'll bring a receiver in motion right. On second down, here's Mahomes. Well, Mahomes can't get away, and down he goes. And they're going to hurry back to the line now.
It's third down. 3rd and 15.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Able to convert on 3rd and 14. A terrific play call. Valdez-Scantling in motion right. Throwing on first down is Mahomes. That one caught by Rice. And he's going to get this inside the 30. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Chiefs in possession of the ball as we welcome you back. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. On 1st and 10, here's Mahomes. He'll check this one down to Pacheco. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets this down about the 21 or 22. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. Looked like a pretty good, safe play right there. No, he's had trouble with the interceptions in this game there. Hits his guy out in the flat.
Yeah, so many times we hear quarterbacks and offensive coordinators talk about in your progressions,
and he will take it on in for a Chiefs touchdown. Isaiah Pacheco, 22 yards. And the Chiefs are finally on the board here in the 4th quarter.
And that touchdown puts us in a position to have a discussion, doesn't it? Now it'll be a 2-score game after the conversion.
Yeah, I mean, there's no doubt with a 2-score game they're going to have to onside kick it. We'll just see if they've got a miracle up their sleeve.
And you wonder what onside kicks they're going to use and in what sequence if they hope to have a chance to win this game.
2 scores down, 3 timeouts left. Still a chance if they can somehow get this one back. And I think the Chiefs have it. They do. Well, CD, you understand. I mean, they're so eager trying to get back in this game here in the 4th quarter, but they touched that one a little too early before it went 10 yards.
Brandon, in such a high-stakes scenario, everyone's feeling the pressure on this play. The special teams coordinator, which one is he going to pick in terms of kicks? Can the kicker execute it? Can the team wait for 10 yards? So many variables, and in this case, they didn't get it done.
And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5. And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry-up.
Brings up 2nd and 5 at the Chiefs' 35-yard line.
Running the jet sweep as Prescott bats it forward. The Chiefs now going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. This defense not fooled one bit on that touch pass.
And this has become one of those kind of in vogue plays, you know, kind of like the shuffle pass was a few years ago. This one never got off the ground, but you understand why a lot of teams are running it. These wide receivers, a lot of them, they've run like running backs with the ball in their hands.
And he will have a Cowboys first down, and that should be that. 11 yards there as they connect on the quick slant.
First and 10 at the 27-yard line.
5 points of contact necessary at this stage as they'll run on first down. A great effort there. He's going to get this inside the 15, and they'll spot it at the 13-yard line. Nice run. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. From the 13 now, they work on first and 10. Well, Prescott here to throw. And this is caught for a Cowboy touchdown. Jake Ferguson from 13 yards out. And the Cowboys have made it a 3-score game now here in the 4th.
And to me, that touchdown allows you to start grinning widely on your sideline. I think they pretty much locked this one away.
Yeah, that's the clincher, the proverbial icing on the cake, if you will. Now the extra point up and good by Aubrey. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. So after the touchdown, Aubrey now to kick this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. Where we stand right now in the 4th quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this?
And now here is another interception. Picked up by Trayvon Diggs. I think you and I were a little surprised back earlier in the game when he threw his 2nd interception. I mean, who would have thought a quarterback of his caliber picked now 5 times?
It's beyond stunning to me because we're used to that with maybe a quarterback with less experience or less talent. But a quarterback of his caliber, I can't believe what we've just seen.
Absolutely. If you would have told me this coming into the ballgame, I would have said never, not in a million years. But here we go. The Cowboys going to use their 2nd timeout now. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. In need of only about the length of the football here on 2nd down. On the run, it's Dowder. And he stopped immediately there. Now a 2nd timeout called for by the defense, as they'll stop it with 25 ticks remaining on the clock.
Less than a yard.
He's got his running back out of the backfield. And he will have a Cowboys first down, and he'll have it by plenty as they're able to keep the drive alive on 3rd and inches.
Well, they certainly had success throughout this contest, getting him the ball in the passing game, and there he picks up another first down. Whatever they saw going into this one, they've been able to capitalize on it, and no adjustment has been made to take it away.
Throwing here, Prescott. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. The incompletion there stops the clock. Any surprise they're throwing here late?
Ordinarily, yes, because you would think enough is enough. They've got plenty of lead, but I've seen this a bunch of times as well. The defense is going to crowd the line of scrimmage. If you just hand it off inside, you're getting your running back popped a lot as well. Sometimes the defense dictates it. If they're going to crowd it, you may have no other choice but to throw it downfield.
Another throw on on second down, and this one incomplete as well.
Well, they're up comfortably here, Charles, but that lead certainly not dissuading them from pressing the envelope late. I mean, if anything, with these passes, it's like they're getting more aggressive to try to drive the ball downfield.
And that will certainly lend itself to some post-game questions for that coach, and maybe you and I should attend that press conference and see what he has to say, because someone's going to ask him why he continued to push it. My guess, he didn't like how some of the snaps were run earlier, and he wanted to use that as a chance to clean things up, but he certainly will have some explaining to do.
And now with 6 seconds remaining, they're going to burn their final timeout.
That pattern and scheme was well defensed on third down. He tried to just sprint from one side of the field to the other, and they got it to him quickly. But no chance at yards after the catch there, and they stop him short.
And his kick here is good. And that will extend their lead even further.
Well, ultimately not really sure that they're going to need those 3 points, but they'll take the 3 and they pad that lead.
Yeah, this one's already wrapped up, but you and I both know if you're an offensive coordinator, you never let up on the gas unless the head coach tells you to do so. And maybe you've actually clicked him off in your headset so you can keep calling plays and trying to add to this lead. Even after that big-time return, it's not looking great for them today. But if nothing else, even if the miracle doesn't happen, they can turn to this play and say, hey, we can move forward. Maybe it's a building block for the rest of the season.
One final try for Mahomes. And he will go down. A Cowboys sack.
Well, this was a very close ball game at halftime, Charles, but in the second half, that offense kind of kicked things into another gear, and they were able to pull away for the victory.
And Brandon, I think they're the type of team that just looked in the mirror and said, hey, ton of pressure on, but we're the type of team that can flat out handle it. They stood up with confidence, and made it happen for a victory.
So that'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. It's a win for the Cowboys as we sign off and say so long from Arlington.